Bro, that is an entirely different animal. Like, that's not even close. That's insane. That's like a meal. Everybody has like one of these.
Hey guys, welcome back to Ryan Meyer's Expeditions. Now I want to start by saying this whole coronavirus thing is kind of insane, and I hope wherever you are staying safe, staying locked down, and practicing your social distancing. Me and Sam are here in Hawaii. Luckily, at the moment, we've still got access to the beaches, but more importantly, we've got terabytes of footage on the hard drives just waiting to be edited. So we're gonna be pumping out that YouTube content faster than ever. I know you guys are sitting at home waiting for it, so stay tuned, make sure you're subscribed because we've got a lot more coming for you. So this footage here is from that same epic Valley of the Kings spearfishing day that we released last week. If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It was definitely one of our best ones ever, my favorite day spearfishing in forever, just an action-packed, unbelievable day of spearfishing. In about the middle of that day, Asa threw us in the water and was like, hey man, I need some Kole for a party. And Justin's like, I got you. So we started shooting these Kole, right? And they were massive, like unbelievably huge, like the biggest Kole I've ever seen in my life. And I was like, Justin, let's grab another dozen of these for us and let's cook them up in your garage while we're smoking that alua and doing that catch and cook alua. So what is a Kole? Well, Kole is a species of surgeonfish. They call them like yellow-eyed tangs also. They're pretty popular in aquariums. A quick Google search shows us that like they go for like 60 bucks on the aquarium sites. So that's kind of nuts, but they got a little barb in their back. They're a member of the surgeonfish family. They're absolutely delicious. I actually already made a Kole video. We released it a couple weeks ago. It was 3-prong spearfishing Hawaii, something like that with Justin Lee. It was awesome. We did the Kona side Koles, which are actually a lot smaller, but I got a lot of really weird comments, a lot of really weird responses from a lot of you guys on Instagram and YouTube, kind of wondering what we were doing, why I was shooting these tiny little reef fish, and why I wasn't hunting and targeting some of the bigger trophy fish that you're used to kind of seeing me hunt. So Koles are like really a local delicacy here in Hawaii. You know, I'm not sure if they eat them around the world in other places. Maybe they eat them in the South Pacific. I don't know. If anybody knows that, actually kind of let me know in the comments. But over here, they're known as kind of like that party fish. First birthday parties, weddings, funerals, big celebrations. Somebody asked Justin to go get these for a wedding, so we went out there and that was the goal and that's what we did. I travel around the world to go spearfishing, but more importantly, I travel around the world to experience these different cultures and get to see different things and experience this local way of life. And shooting these little Kole is part of that, you know, that's part of life here, that's part of these guys' tradition, you know, and to get to experience that is so special, and I'm so thankful to get to be part of that here. And while I may not go home and shoot surgeonfishes in Florida or parrotfishes in Florida, you know, kind of wherever I am, I kind of adopt that local culture. And that's kind of exactly what the whole traveling is about, and that's exactly what we're doing here. You know, I'm here in Hawaii and experiencing the local culture. We're shooting those surgeonfishes, those aquarium type fish, try to keep an open mind to whatever different food system or whatever different cultural preferences these guys have. So these Kole are actually naturally this small. You know, I mean, a big one is about the size of your full hand there. You know, those are the giants that live on kind of the backside of the island that's really hard to reach. You know, on the Kona side, they're definitely a little bit smaller, but it's not like we're shooting baby fish. Like, these fish are fully grown, they're mature, they've already spawned, bred, whatever. We're out there harvesting them responsibly. So Kole are like the perfect beginner diver or maybe kids' first fish to start hunting. You know, I know that's how a lot of the Hawaiian guys started out. They've got these light 3 prongs they can shoot over and over and over. The bands are super light, so, you know, kids can pull them back. It's just a great learning opportunity because hunting these small fish is just the same as hunting these big fish. You know, in the end, you're timing these movements of the fish to match with your spear. You're practicing moving in the water, being non-threatening. It really all translates no matter how big or small the fish is. It's the same style of hunting. So early hunting days, maybe you're using this light 3-prong to do multiple shots on a dive because you're missing fish, because you're clipping fish, because you're not necessarily being that efficient. You can reload quick. But for somebody like Justin, for a pro, that ease of reloading means they might be able to get 2, 3, 4 fish on a dive. He actually told me that he's gotten up to 8 fish on one dive. This shallow water diving is really special because I get to watch Justin kind of hunt in a way that I never get to. You know, if we're out deep, we can't really see each other, and if we're shallow, we usually kind of separate. So forcing myself to kind of like film him and watch him was really eye-opening to see kind of how he moves and how he approaches each fish and how he hunts, just so fluid and natural in the water. It was also really cool to see Justin string these fish. You know, he's got this really cool system of, you know, he holds that stringer in one hand and he's got the tag end going down to his belt. So it's attached to him, and every time he shoots a fish, he immediately strings it right through the eyes and pulls it off the spear. This hand never lets go of the stringer. So now he can use that hand to reload again and shoot another fish. And I watched him do this just so efficiently over and over and over and land, like I said, up to like 8 fish on one dive. Last time we got these really weird comments about Justin with the snorkel in his mouth, and I cannot emphasize enough how much of a professional diver Justin is. I mean, the guy hunts up to like 200 feet for fish. So leaving the snorkel in his mouth is not an accident. It's a strategic thing that he does when diving super shallow to remove one other step. You know, instead of having to come up and grab that snorkel and put it back in his mouth and maybe let go of that stringer, he doesn't have to. It's eliminated. Comes up, blows out that water, and he's ready to go right back into hunting. Justin's also used to like these really hardcore extended shore dives. So he's forced to have all of the tools that he needs with him. Because of that, he's kind of developed this cool float system that's got some clips on it where he can put, you know, his gun or his pole spear, depending on whichever one he's using, and he's got a bunch of stringers hanging off it. So maybe if he wants to do Kole, he puts that stringer on his belt, he fills it up with Kole, he clips that off. He's got another stringer for bigger fish. He's also got a really neatly coiled up coil of line so that if he wants to hunt in 100 feet of water, he can extend more line. If he wants to hunt in 30 feet of water, his float isn't 100 feet away. He's got a dive flag on that float. And at the tag end of where it attaches to him, he's got this really cool weight system. So it's 1 pound weight with a clip on it. And he clips that to his belt. So if he wants to, he can drop that on the ground and then hunt all around that and not be encumbered by that line. Or if he wants to continue hunting and moving, he can do that as well by leaving it attached to him. So one of the other really cool things I learned from Justin this day about the Kole was that they're kind of affected by the tides. So at low tide, they're all hiding down in the boulders, and at high tide, they kind of come out to feed. We were hunting at low tide, and you wouldn't necessarily see the Kole. You know, maybe you saw one, but what he did was he would dive down, and as soon as he made some kind of commotion, if there was any noise, if he shot a fish, all the other ones would kind of come out of the woodwork, come out of the boulders, and be attracted to him. So after watching Justin shoot a lot of Kole with the spear and just being generally impressed, you know, it was my turn with the spear, with the 3-prong, and I took it and I shot a few fish, I missed a few fish. You know, I noticed this lighter spear was lighter than the one I was using the other day. I didn't have that same slippage problem that I was having with my gloves. I explored a bunch of holes, I chased some fish around. I generally just had a really fun time hunting these little Kole with this 3-prong. You know, I can totally get how addictive it is and how fun it is, no matter how small these fish may be. With no stringer belt cooey system on my belt, I was really limited to only 1 fish per dive, and I really just wanted to give that spear back to Justin and watch him do what he does best. So there was a moo following us around for a big portion of our dive. And I'm used to seeing moo around all the time. You know, I see them, but I usually just ignore them because I don't think I can get them, you know, especially the shallow water ones. But Justin came over, he swapped out the spear, and he grabbed his gun, and he was like, I'm gonna go get that moo. And I was like, yeah, whatever, like the moo swam away, you don't even see it anymore. And I could not believe it, but like 3 minutes later, he came back and he had that very moo, headshot, it was beautiful. And I was like, how did you do that? And that's one of those skills that's super advanced that comes with knowing which individual fish are targetable, which fish are huntable, you know, without wasting your time. You know, a beginner diver might see a moo anywhere and be like, hey, I'm gonna go chase after that moo or try and shoot that moo and never get it, but end up wasting 5, 10, 20 minutes. And to be able to look at a fish and be like, I know I can get that fish, I'm gonna go get it, versus like, trying to get that fish on every single fish that you encounter is just such an unbelievably cool advanced skill. And that advanced skill changes no matter where you are in the world. You know, every species, every individual fish, that changes on. So to be able to kind of master that here in your own local environment is so important and just so cool to get to witness.
I leave Justin for 5 seconds. 5 freaking seconds. You got that same move. You freaking chased him down and got him. That's incredible. We were literally just 3-pronging along and he saw a moo and he was like, hold on, hold this spear, I'm gonna get my other spear. Swam away, I was like, oh, I'll go shoot a couple coles. Comes back with that moo.
So with plenty of Kole on the stringer for Asa's party and for me and Justin's little backyard barbecue, I was so excited to get back to Justin's house, learn how to clean these guys, cook them, and really enjoy them properly. So these are those giant hand-sized Koles we got the other day. Justin here is gonna show me how to clean them, and then we're gonna cook them up and eat them. So if you guys haven't seen the last Kole hunt that me and Justin did, I will put it up in the corner right here or here. I don't know, I'm new at this. Click on that, give it a look. I took him to the Kona side of the island and we got little bitty Koles. And he was like, Ryan, I've got to take you over to my side where the giants live. And I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm sure they're a little bit bigger. But I was not expecting these giants.
So they got small scales. So you scale fast and easy. I like to get all the scales on tails because I like to eat the tails. I know a lot of people don't scale their fish usually because they just fillet them all, but here in Hawaii we like to eat our small fish too. They're a small sturgeon fish, so they have a little knife on their tail. That's how I got this cut. Sturgeon fish cut me a long time ago when I was in high school. They have that little knife and that thing is super sharp. So you just cut it off on both sides. See that thing?
Yeah.
It's a little dagger, and the crazy thing is it disappears. But they know how to use it, let me tell you. And then these bigger ones, the smaller ones you can eat the head and stuff like that, but the big ones down here get a little bit too bony, so I just cut right behind the head. And right when you get to the spine, like that, and you just rip, pull away, and now your guts come with it. Just clean it out real quick.
Nice and clean, beautiful.
And that's your fish, that's how we rinse it off.
And did I remember you telling me these were your favorite fish to eat?
These are one of my top 3 for sure. You know, I remember coming back home, you know, from college and stuff like that, and come back home and the first thing you do when you first came out from college was go diving when the water was nice, and if you speared a bunch of these, it just brings back the memories of sitting around with uncles and aunties and friends with a cold beverage in hand and just good times. Okay, Ren, you ready?
Yeah, my first Kole. This is definitely easier than most fish I've ever scaled. That's for sure.
You just missed the most crucial part of scaling.
What?
Right here. Yeah, get in there. Because we're gonna eat that, dude. That's the best part. That's the Hawaiian potato chip.
The whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, by the edges.
Yeah, all up the edges. No, that's too far forward. Right there. Okay. And go right there. Stop. Too far.
Too far.
So you cut it already. So you're gonna have to pull some of the top fat. Oh, I guess not too far. My fault.
Damn.
Excuse the gore. Nicely done.
Yeah, look at that.
He's gonna cut his finger right now. You see how he went behind the spine? You're supposed to go in front of the spine.
In front of the
So
spine.
you see how this starts? So there's a soft spot right in front of it.
Okay.
Watch. Whoa! Not my first barbecue.
That was night and day. You didn't tell me that the first time.
So only 2 more. So we should get these done before dark.
Are you saying that I'm slow?
No, we're good.
What are you doing now?
Scoring them.
Now, is there a scientific method to which ones you score like that and which ones you score an X in?
No, I just was feeling creative.
So we already salted the oil, and now we're salting the fish. I'm a big fan of that. I'm a big fan of salt.
Yes. You can never have too much
You
salt.
can never have too much salt. Like cooking with Uncle Gil. I am so excited. These look unbelievably crispy, delicious. Justin was telling me you gotta cook. We cooked some fish fingers too, and he was saying you gotta cook the fish fingers first and whatever else you wanna fry in that oil first, because the coles have so much fat in them that they turn the oil yellow. So you wanna cook them there first. And you can see that oil is just bright yellow from all these kole. Check this out. So this is the what?
That's shoyu or soy sauce and homemade chili pepper water. Simply salt, chili peppers, and water.
And then from there and show you.
There, soy sauce, the tail.
Okay.
Oh, dip.
Oh my God.
So good.
That was a crunch, dude. That's it. Just like that. That's freaking good.
If I'm cooking at a luau or a family gathering and I'm frying the fish, they will all come out like this. Tailless.
Nothing will have a tail.
Yep.
What's the fish you grew up eating?
Everybody grew up eating this. Kole is royalty. There was a kapu on it, just like the moi and stuff like that.
No way.
Kole was the same way, yeah.
That was the king's fish. Don't touch it. Wow. All right, guys. There it is. Beautiful chunk of kole. Hawaiian chili pepper water. Shoyu. That's incredible. This is the most delicious aquarium fish I've ever had in my life. Guys, what an incredible video. What an incredible trip, time, and feed. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time right here on Ryan Myers Expeditions.